la koekje. Hi, welcome back to the Not Just Sawdust workshop. In a video that is different from the ones before this one. I've painted this horse on the painter's traveling case, and that's because all the materials in here used to belong to my uncle, and his name was Piet Schimmel. But Schimmel is a bit difficult to translate in English, because you would say white horse, but then a white horse is an albino, so that's not the right name for it. Grey, I think you call it, or when it's dotted there's another name for it, but I don't know. But at least his name translated to English is well, a white horse, and that's why I put that on. And I found one of our old rabbit boxes. Now that's another story, and it's just in short. When I was a young kid, at the age of 10 my father died, and then I got all his rabbits, which was like 100 rabbits, which used to go to shows and all kinds of competitions, and I went on with that. So at the age of 10, up until I was 14 or 15, I used to go to rabbit shows with my rabbits, and they were of a breed called Black and Tan. Now my grandparents, they would feed them the whole week, and my grandfather would, you know, clean all the cages and things like that, and the only thing I needed to do was make them calm, you know, for the judges. So I played with them a lot, and when one of my rabbits came on the table, and there were like 3 or 4 rabbits that could be the champion of the day, well then guess who the judges would choose when they had to, you know, choose between a wild, scratchy, biting rabbit or the one you just could take up, put on his back, watch his belly, and it would do everything you wanted. Well, we won a lot of prizes in those days when I was a young kid. And, well, that's a long story, but that's where these boxes are for. They were made to transport our rabbits. But this one belonged to my uncle, who was in the same hobby. The whole family was in, you know, into the rabbits. My grandfather, my father, my uncle. So, and this is the only thing I could find where he put on his name and address. And my idea is to cut this out and try to shim this so it comes with a little plaque, and make that on the back side of the box. So that's then the Schimmel part of the decoration, and then on the other side I'm gonna make my own decoration with the Not Just Sawdust workshop. Let's try this first, and then there's a few more stories to tell and some tools to show. Let's cut this out first. I already said this would be a different video. So between customizing this case, I also had to make a little something for my pinstripe brushes. And I found an old mass cutter, which is rolling paper from the Netherlands. A little tin box, and it was the right size to get these brushes safely into the cabinet. And of course I'm using my uncle's boiled oil to keep them safe in this little tin box. painting coach and advertisement painter on this box. Well, in Dutch. I took all the drawers out, and that gives me the opportunity to show you one of the old tools that are in here. My uncle used these combs, all these different combs, to fake wood. Now there's a whole theory about it, and I've got his old books where it's explained the different kinds of woods and how you make knots in it. But in the old days they used to do this with all these very different combs. Nowadays you just buy a thing like this, which already has like grooves in it, and well, you just swap it around a piece and then you get the wood grain automatically. But in the old days they used to do that with all these old little steel combs, and I've got from very fine to really big ones and small ones, and well, little pieces of wood he used and leather to, you know, fake the nuts in the wood. And yeah, really old tools that I now have in my collection, and that's one of the things that I inherited from him. And of course he used the big brushes to smoothen it out, and that's where these big brushes come from, and also the expensive fat ones that are in there. Where do I have it? Oh, like these ones, but they're really nevertheless, it's a complete collection. Now, when that's dry, then I can do some contours and shadows on these letters. It's been a while since I've done this, and it's not going, well, really smooth, but let's get on with it. giving it the final coat of varnish. I think it looks pretty good. A tribute to my late uncle. Yeah, it's a bit of a sentimental journey, but this had to be done. There's still a lot of customizing to this case, but it's time to do something else in between. And I found out that all the time that I'm painting here in the workshop, I'm standing up. I don't have a shop stool or anything to sit on. So I think that will be the next project, just to make something that is, you know, making it a bit easier when you're painting, so you have something to sit on here in the workshop. Either way, you know, even when drinking a coffee or something like that. So, yeah. Part 1 of customizing the painter's case. And there will be probably a part 4, 5, 6, 7, I don't know, in the future. I found out that I need to make some handles on the side, because it's too heavy to use the handle on the top to really take it up high. It's good to transport it with, to walk with it, but when you have to raise it up to a table, I guess I just have to make 2 handles on the side so it's easier. But that's it for now. See you in the next video. Until then.